What's your name, dear?
I'm Lauren.
Nice to meet you, Lauren.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from originally?
Originally, I was born in Chestnut Hill, and then I grew up in Ambler, and then I moved around like probably 17 to Lansdale. Currently, you know, I'm homeless, but Lansdale, where I pretty much, you know, been at lately.
Okay, shout out Lansdale, we out there. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, 31. What led up to you being homeless?
Well, my mother passed away of cancer a couple years ago, and my father moved to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and kind of, you know, growing up, I did, you know, use at a young age, so I currently relapsed 3 years ago almost. I had my own place, and I got evicted in Lansdale after like 2.5 years. So I lost everything in the home. I couldn't get it, I couldn't put it nowhere. All my clothes, I had to start over. And then I was in Norristown for a little bit in a room, but the funding, the place where I lived, weren't accepting funding no more. And they said, we can't afford it, we have to find another place to live.
All this noise, let it go away a little bit. So yeah, Lauren. Now,
you always finish this shit.
Hey guys, interviews going on. So Lauren, what drugs are you struggling out here with?
Fentanyl and crystal meth.
And how were you introduced to those drugs?
Well, fentanyl, dope, I was doing, like I said, at 14, I kind of started with pills, and then, you know, it got easier to get the dope. And meth actually only just started recently. This go around, I did have 8 years clean. And I got my nursing license and did something, you know. A lot of stuff led to my relapse, but
all right, yeah, so we back at it. Talk with me, here you dear. Say something.
Hello, mic check.
Okay, all right. Yeah, let's get back to it. So yeah, out here, what's a day in your life look like out here? Hold on, my lens got wet. Struggle is real.
So pretty much out here, I'm more up at night. I had a hard time sleeping. But out here usually, you know, I do dates, you know, try to make money that way. Stealing is not my thing. I don't really, excuse me, I don't boost, I'm not good at it. But, you know, I'll try to stay up through the night and, you know, make enough money to try to, you know, get through a day. And, you know, recently I actually got picked up by Vice 2 weeks ago. First time ever, and you know, it wasn't fun. They actually gave me, you know, they let me go when they did this thing called a PAD program. It's like your first offensive, you know, charge that they do. They don't charge you, they let you actually go get help. And they have like a counselor lady that kind of every day you can work with, and it's your choice to stay with it or not, like I said, but I was grateful for it, and you know, I just got to be careful because, you know, they're out there.
How does crystal meth make you feel?
So usually I smoke my fentanyl, and I, you know, use my ice. But fentanyl, being out here, you always got to be on your toes. It's hard. The trank stuff really makes you, you know, nod out, and, you know, I know for so many of my friends, they've lost everything, got stolen from them, and so my whole thing is I really like to be in control of myself. It's one thing I don't like to not be in control. Sometimes you can't, you know, can't handle it, you can't take it, but most of the time for me I do the meth with it, that keeps me up. So in control of mine and my things. Like I said before, you know, I lost everything when I was evicted, and I'm rebuilding as it is with what little I have, so I'm not trying to get, you know, start over again.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. Oh, you got it?
I got it?
Yeah, we're almost done.
Got it, thanks, brother.
Yeah, so how was your life like before all this happened to you?
So actually, I have 3 kids. I have one boy who's about to be 8, going into 1st grade. I have 2 daughters. I have a soon-to-be 10-year-old and an 11-year-old about to be 12. Ariana, Briella, and Aiden. I had my kids. Like I said, I had 8 years clean after my first run. I went and got my nursing license. I'm a med tech certified in CNA. I was working in a nursing home, actually on a dementia unit. COVID hit, and 13 of my residents passed away. I worked around 12-hour shifts. I loved my job. My son, had a compromised immune system, and I would have to go home and literally, strip of all my clothes before I went in. But it was my daily life every day, and then I would go home and be the mom, and then
I think the microphone, bring it up closer. Yeah, that's fine.
I would come home after doing, my shift, and then I would, but yeah, after working and my nursing job and everything like that, I would come home and be a mom and do it all over again the next day, and I wouldn't have traded it for the world. I had my own apartment with my kids. I would do the school thing. I would do parties with my kids. I was very interactive with their school. My husband, who I've been with for 12 years, he was in and out of jail. But he actually recently, me getting clean, he was there right with me, clean. He was a painter, and we had, 2 cars. We were doing really good. But once he went back to jail again, I'm very codependent. My relapse started, and now I had to sign my rights over to my kids. I haven't seen my children in almost 2.5 years. I miss them, love them, but I'm not me without them. I actually bumped into them though a week ago, and it was on accident. My daughter has a different dad, and he still sees them, and on the weekend he takes them out, and I was actually in Lansdale, and they were in a store, and I walked up and I heard their voices. And right away I wanted to turn around because I knew I wasn't. CYS was involved. I feel as though they shunned me as a mother. They didn't let me get a phone call, visits, nothing. I want my kids to know I love them. I asked my aunt has them right now, my mom's sister, who my aunt actually raised me a lot when I was younger, and I love her to death. She's superwoman for real. And without her, my kids would be somewhere else. But I went up to them instead of walking away. And they didn't notice me. I lost weight. I looked different. Got on my knees, and I just said, "It's Mommy." And I said, "I love you. And are you mad at me?" And they told me no. That right there gave me the motivation that I still could have a chance with them. Even though my rights are signed over, I believe my aunt will let me see them if I go get clean. But CYS found out after 24 hours, and they took the rights of my other daughter's father away. And now I feel like I'm the blame. So, not going up to them, as a mother, I want them to know I love them, I think about them. And it's not fair that I wouldn't even get a phone call. There's mothers out here and families that they get supervised, but it's high. You know what I mean? But I can't even get a phone call a week. I just don't understand. I don't know. It's just that broken me more. I feel as though losing and having my kids taken away just kept me out here longer.
Where do you sleep?
So sometimes I sleep in the tent with my brother, my sister and, my brother, they. Or I go to 30th Street, 15th Street, the doors are open there, you can stay in there sometimes. Right now, I don't go to Montgomery County very much due to I have some, legal issues out there, and I'm trying to get myself into rehab and get better before I take care of them. So that's really, day by day I take it.
Okay.
Like I said before, my family, my father, he's my best friend. Like I said, he moved to South Carolina a year ago, and I'm kind of angry, like I said, because losing my mom, and I kind of needed my dad right there with me in my addiction, but he had to do what's best for him. We're grown, me, and I got a brother who's 25, who I love to death, and he just got his own place, and I'm so proud of him. But my dad sends me money on Fridays, I'll call him for $20 or whatever. My aunt used to help me a little bit, but now with the kids and I can't ask her for money. She has both of my kids.
Right.
So other than my dad really helping me and my baby dad who was helping me, and now he can't talk to me because it's gonna ruin the relationship of the kids. He was sending me money, so I do dates. I'm not proud of it. Something a lot of girls out here do. You know, I may not look like, you know, you know, some days I shower, I clean, like, I'm a very, you know, clean person as a woman. I feel like we have to, you know, wash our ass, you know what I mean? And it's hard out here some days. Like, you know, it's really hard to get, but I try to keep up with it. You know, I still have some morals left, I hope. You know, I was grown up, I was raised, my family, you know, owns salad works, they had some money, and I was spoiled a little bit. But I feel like now that damaged me a little bit because I feel like I need to get anything I want, like it's owed to me, and you know what I mean? I grew up thinking that, and now being on my own, I feel as though that's tough. Like, I had to learn to do it on my own, and I want my kids to just know that, you know what I mean, that they need to work hard for what they want, and like, you know what I mean? I don't want them to grow up thinking that they can get whatever they want handed to them, you know what I mean? Because it damaged me as a person and made me very codependent. So my dad, my dad worked for Comcast for 25 years. He had a house, and 3-bedroom house, and my mom passed away, but right before my mom died, my dad was using, you know, at work, and he used the gas card to take my mom to her appointments because he couldn't afford, you know, taking her because he was taking off from work with her chemo. After 25 years, they found out, and on Father's Day, the Comcast fired my father for using the gas card one time to take my mother to a chemo, you know, appointment. After that, like, the money flow was just not there, and one of his friends that I'm grateful very for, he's like another dad to me, you know, came in, and he had a job that, you know, was still helping out with the rent for my father, but he was moved to South Carolina for his career, and my father decided to go with him because, you know, he needed to root for his dad as well. My father's getting older. I haven't seen my father since he left on Christmas.
Oh, my bad, bro.
My dad came down to see my kids and my brother. I wanted to see him so bad, but I was the only one he didn't come see. It hurt me, but I mean, my dad's tough. You know, my dad showed tough love as a kid.
1 second. Yeah, we out here.
You're right here inside.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, y'all.
All right.
We feel bad.
Yeah, Bert was the guy with the light. Bert, you might have to put that light on because we in darkness now.
Yeah, right.
That whole,
Come in.
Yeah.
There we go.
that whole thing with like them taking away your baby dad's rights because you ran into
Yeah, where that light at, Bert?
I thought it was a setup. And they were like, my baby dad said, like, I'm their mother. I raised them all the time. Like, they weren't scared of me. They were happy. My son, Pinky probably, he was in next, like, they love me, you know what I mean? But they think I put them in. They said, what if I took them away? They said, what if I picked them up and stole them? They said. And like, right. Like, and it's like, for here, like, see, like, it's just sad because, you know, I would never take my kids and pull them and run. That's something I would never do. Like, I'm a mother. Like, I wouldn't, they're in a good place. My aunt is the best place for them right now.
Man, I keep it real with her. She's 5, bro.
Yeah, you gotta tell them.
What I'm going through in life.
She's gonna be the ones that get started.
Mean by you hiding stuff from kids, and they gonna find out anyway. Kids are smart.
It's better to find out now before they go.
Oh yeah, okay, Bert. I'm gonna have to hold this up. Yeah, so we can get some later. Yeah, that's nice. Bert is the yo, I swear to God, he's the
The
man.
words came out of Bert's mouth. He kind of wants to open up.
I see my daughter.
You wanna do what?
I see my daughter every other
You didn't do one, Bert?
Until I scream.
Yeah, Bert. We need Bert to tell his side of the story so people can know what led him down this
Is
road.
that good right there? Huh? Is that
Yeah, that's
right there, or
good.
you need a
Yeah, that's good right there. I think we gotta. I think I gotta hold it in my hand, Bert, so I can like. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it, Bert. I got it like this. You okay like that?
Yeah.
All right.
What you saying?
Can you hear me still? We're good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No.
But,
That's what we get when we get distracted. I'm sorry, Lauren. You Lauren?
Yeah,
Yeah, Lauren. Let's get back to it, dear. We're almost done.
But yeah, so pretty much my father, when he moved away, like I said, on Christmas was the one time he did come down, and I wanted to see him, but like I said, my kids always come first no matter what, and I'd rather him be with them. You know, I miss you, Dad, I love you. I talk to him every day, but next time I'm hoping to see him, I kind of want to go out to rehab out in South Carolina. But because of having insurance down here, you know, if I don't get funded, I can't really go out there. So, you know, my father told me soon if I'm clean, like, come out. So I have a lot of things going, you know, my aunt as well with my kids. Like, I'm like almost there. I'm ready to really go away, and I'm looking to do it very, very soon. I have a brother. It's just me and him. He's younger than me. He's 25 now. He's my number one boy. I always tell him. But I think as a kid, I terrified him into doing drugs. Like, he will not use drugs. He smokes weed, but anything else, him seeing what I went through, I overdosed a couple times younger, and he's cried to me. He's watched me go through a lot, and I believe that I showed him that, you know, I terrified him into not doing it. But now, you know, losing my mother looked just like me, or I looked just like her. She was my best friend. She just, my brother and her, that was his best friend. When we lost my mother to cancer, she had breast cancer for years. When she first got it, they told her she would make it probably a year and a half. But she made it over, what, I think she made it over like 8 or 9 years. But this last time got her bad. It went right to her brain. And she died pretty quickly. And I never thought my mother would pass away. I never thought I would be the one having to say goodbye to my mom. But I stayed clean too. I did. I stayed clean because I had a support system. I had my children, I had my husband. And I just, you know, my brother and me we don't speak right now. He's there if I call him. He got a girlfriend that is the best, loves him to death, and actually has been there for me, checks in with me. She's a barber. She went to barber school. Shout out to her. She's doing amazing. She would do my hair and come over, and you know, now that she sees, they see my kids, and you know, I had to stay away to keep a distance, and it sucks. But like I said before, I would do anything for my kids, and I want them to have all the love in the world right now. Mommy will be home soon, you know.
Hey, I love that. Mommy will be, we holding people accountable for stuff like that now. Mommy will be home soon. And we speak that into existence, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you're in a very toxic environment. You know, this place, I have seen so many bad things happen out here to people. What have been your worst experience that you have seen or that has happened to you since you've been out here?
So I actually was, you know, doing a date one night, and I got held hostage in a basement. They wouldn't let me leave because they thought that I didn't do my, you know, what I had to do, and I got paid for it. It was a miscommunication, I guess. Like, I tried to leave to go out, and they, you know, tried to grab me, and I was just like, no, you know, and I told them, I said, I've been here an hour, like, and I kind of, after a little bit, I got away, and I ran out the door before they could get me, and ran down the street crying. But later on, you know, I think it was like 6 months later, I bumped into the lady that was there. She was a Muslim lady, and she's actually very nice, and she did apologize for it, but at the time, it was the most terrifying thing I could ever do, and now, I mean, I won't go to nobody's house. Just, you know, something that I could have, you know, because you really don't know. There's people out here that are, the stuff that happens out here, it's, you wouldn't be able to believe it unless you're in it, for real.
So,
it's just, it's scary.
How do you stay safe out here now?
So I really don't like to be alone. I normally always have one person with me. When I'm up Huntington or like doing dates, I usually have another female with me. And then, like I said, I have my husband who actually is home right now, and he's in his addiction as well. Oh, sorry. But he usually is right by my side right now. He's actually trying to go make some money.
It's awesome. down about to wrap things up.
But yeah, he's out right now trying to get some money because he doesn't want me to do what I normally do. And
that's
it's
tough.
beyond all his morals, for real. He was a guy who would never let that happen, but when you're down here and the money and it's rough and sick, it's like, you know, things change and it gets real. And you know, like the other day there was gunshots right next to me, you know, and it's like, it's scary. But you know, for some reason, something like holds me down here. I don't understand it because I love greater than my children. I would never have thought, but something is holding me back and down here. And I'm, like I said, though, I think I've been hitting rock bottom pretty much a lot lately, more than ever. So the devil, whatever it is, holding me back. I'm pushing it away because I need to get back to my family in my life because I don't want to be. My friend messaged me yesterday talking about you don't want to see a post that I'm going.
Right.
Like I said, I wake up and make sure that, you know, I have something to at least wake up to get myself out of bed or wherever I'm at. In the mornings when it's wintertime, it's freezing and it sucks to have to wake up and be so cold that you don't want to move, but you have to go out and get yourself well. And I know it's getting warmer out, so, you know, it's a little bit easier when you're not freezing to death, but go get well. I have to do dates, like I said, through the night sometimes or during the morning. And then, you know, I eat at the place there, like St. Francis and Nelly's. You know, God bless them, thank them so much, because I don't eat. I lost a lot of weight. I was 200 pounds. Now, like I said, I'm very skinny. I barely eat unless you know, they're feeding us because, you know, all my money's got to go to me, making sure I'm okay to function. And then, like I said, at nighttime, it's, you know, just finding somewhere to sleep or, you know, I go shower. I gotta find, you know, the women's center. I go to, and females out there, like I said, the women's center's open almost a couple days during the week, and I know if anybody needs, you know, help, I got some places that take a shower too. Like that's just hygiene, and I feel as though it's important for that. So, you know, like I said, there's a lot of germs out here as it is. The trank burns, I got a couple of them. I never thought I would ever, in 3 years had them, and I'm just starting to get them, so stuff's getting a lot worse. I have antibiotics, like, up. I'm taking antibiotics like crazy. Like, they've been going away. If you don't touch them, they seem to stay into a, you know, not blow up. Rehab, I also have been calling rehab, and if they're not a penny size or smaller, you have to get medically clear first to go into a rehab, so that's something to know too. If it's not a penny size, you're gonna have to go to the hospital first, and they'll clear you and get you in somewhere.
What keeps you going every day?
Really, to see my kids again. I think one day of what that's going to look like, of me being able to hug my kids and dress them, and, you know, my daughter do her hair and makeup. She's getting older. Both of my daughters. You know, my oldest daughter is a stepdaughter, but she could be. I've seen her since she was a baby, and I, you know, was around her since she was born. But they also have not seen her brother and sister since I left, and, you know, CYS got involved, which is very unfair because every day still she goes to school talking about her brother and her sister, misses them very much. So I hope I want to reunite them. That's another reason to get my siblings back together. It's important, sibling love. Like I said, shout out to my brother. Like, he has literally stepped up and became a man and has done everything he could for me and kept his promises to do what he could do for me when I got clean, and I know he will. And he also, I have a pit bull who's a blue nose, boogers. My kids eat them, but my brother took him as well, so I didn't have to get rid of him. And you know, that's just soft spot animals. So, but I'm grateful. I miss my dog as well. So just getting back to my family, my husband. I love him to death. We've been through hell and back. Me and him are having a lot of problems right now with trust. You know, like out here it's hard to have a relationship because being on the other side of that, like seeing, having to do dates and, you know, accepting that as a man, you know, who loves somebody, it's a hard thing to swallow. So we go through that a lot every day, but I'm grateful we're still holding on.
All right.
So.
That's right. Stay holding on. That's all that matters. Have hope. So let's get off topic and we done, okay?
Okay.
What's your short-term goals now?
My short-term goal is really to get to rehab very, very soon. Also to get in contact with my CYS caseworker. I signed my rights over a year ago. I thought they were supposed to close out because my aunt adopted them. They're still not closed out, obviously, so I'm going to get in contact with them and just at least try to, I want to check up and hear about what's going on with my kids, since nobody else lets me know right now, because I always make sure I keep in loop of something. My daughter's doing acrobatic dance. You know, my son tried out for football. I didn't like it. He's a beast though. My son, at literally 2 years old, he's at the carnivals making big baskets. Like, sports is his thing. One day he's gonna make mommy rich. But yeah, just my kids really is like all. I just want my kids and my family back. But rehab is the first step. I can't do it until I get clean and get my head on right. So.
How far do you go in school? I forgot to ask you.
So I went to a Thicken in Ambler, and I actually did till 11th grade, so almost graduating. But I had some truancy issues, so I was in an alternative school, which was Anderson, and then I dropped out in 11th grade because that's when I started getting high.
If your friends and your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
I love them very much. I'm sorry, but thank you so much for taking my babies in, making sure they didn't get separated, and making sure that they have a warm home, food on the table, and they're doing okay right now. They have a good head. They're very structural, thanks to my aunt. I know I'm very angry at her, but without my aunt in my life for raising me, being there for me my whole life, and now taking my kids, like I said, she's Superwoman. I don't know what I'd do. And I'll be home soon, guys.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this interview up. I want to tell lovely lady, thank you so much for being courageous and sharing some of her personal stuff with us. Don't judge, help if you can. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Yo, shout out to all the Leos.
Yes,
show your son some love. What are some of your favorite foods?
Pizza and ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally go from the pizza place on Huntington to the quick stop for the dollar ice cream all day.
All right. Do you have a favorite band or artist you like?
Right now, I'll Be Al and Leaf Ward is like my go-to right now. I really I'll Be Al is speaks a lot of real things, and Leafy too. I really like Leaf Ward. A lot of his songs, like Little Leah is one of me and my husband's song, and it's our relationship to a T.
Awesome. 2 more questions and we done. This train go by.
I'm not gonna miss that now.
So if you had to pick one or the other, if you had to pick to fly or to be invisible, which one would you pick?
Probably to be invisible.
Why?
Because I would like to watch, and I know again, but I would like to be able to see my kids and see what they're doing. At least, right now, my dreams, I dream about them. But even just a fly in the wall, like I always say, like sometimes I just like to be like, incognito and see like, what other people, say or think, about me as well. Like I know I have more than I really haven't, crossed nobody. I respect everybody until you disrespect me. So, but yeah, that's definitely.
Gotcha. So this want to take us home. There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who are struggling with addiction. What's your message for the world?
That don't judge us right away, because a lot of us have addiction from, hurt, issues at home, or issues, some type of, struggle that we're going through. That when you have an addiction, it's because you don't want to feel that no more, or feel that pain. But a lot of the people out here that I met have been more like family to me and have really been there for me than some of my family members have been, and they're great people. Like the little family out here that I have is, I don't know what I'd do without them. But it's every day we struggle, and we don't. If I have to go do dates, I don't want to do it, but it's what I got to do right now, and I'm not proud of it, but I got to keep it real, and that's what it is.
Hey, thank you for your honesty, and we hope that one day all the things that you want, you can have. Your kids, your apartment, the normal things in life, So we clocking out. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you.
Stay safe out here, and welcome to the family.
Thank you, yay. I've waited.
Yeah, we're on this journey together, and I'll be back out here, and we'll just, you know, keep riding with you, all right?
Yes. All right, thank
So,
you.
yeah, you got it. So guys, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, Mal, Lauren, we out there. Peace out.
One of us seems to circle the other. As you go, you remain a stranger to me, to you. But our pieces left uncovered. I'm thinking about four-leaf clovers. I've got composure, silver coin. You hold me, turn me over right now, but expect to forget about it. Watch as the breeze burns gold and smoke that is stolen. Feels like it's not for